So my name is Sam Juru, and I'm a strategic planner with the City of Edmonton in our Citizen Services Department.
Hi, I'm Amanda Rancourt. I'm also in the Citizen Services Department at City of Edmonton as a strategic analyst.
So Amanda and I were both presenting at the Municipal Innovators conference today, and we're presenting around a project that City of Edmonton undertook using social innovation. The project is called Recover. We've been at it for about a year now. And it stems from our city council asking us to look at urban wellness, particularly in our downtown core, where we have problems, like most major cities in big cities in Canada, around homelessness, around poverty, and the concentration of not only these challenges, but also the cumulative impact of trying to solve these challenges in our inner core. So, we have growing tensions and different sort of stakeholders looking at things differently. So, for instance, citizens are really concerned about public safety with issues of homelessness and poverty. Businesses are concerned about, loitering and how homeless folks might disrupt some of their business practices. Social service agencies feel that they are unwanted because they are serving this population and maybe enabling. So we decided to use social innovation to look at this problem in a really holistic way, beyond just looking at the physical and mental health of people with, these challenges, but also thinking around how can we, improve the urban landscape to be better? How can we look at issues of community safety? How can we improve the upstream supports like, economic vitality in our neighborhoods? And this was sort of the project that we had, and we had different strategies, techniques, and approaches to doing this.
Yeah, so we chose social innovation as our approach because we knew we needed to do something differently. And a lot of the past projects have been working on like a single solution to the problem, such as a specific shelter or some kind of service agency, whereas we knew we had to look at the spectrum as a whole, the neighborhoods as a whole, and engage multiple different stakeholders. So the businesses, the community members, the people with lived experience, multiple orders of government, everybody who's invested in the wellness of these neighborhoods. We wanted to bring to the table to see if we could co-create solutions to improve the wellness. And much like the problems were stemming from the cumulative impacts of multiple initiatives taking place in these same neighborhoods, we knew that the solution had to be multiple initiatives as well. So we needed to test multiple prototypes to hit on all these different facets of wellness in the neighborhoods to really move the needle.
Mm-hmm. I think what was interesting about our work is, as Amanda said, we looked at testing out different solutions, so different prototypes. We worked really fast and experimented with 13 prototypes in a really short amount of space with a minimal budget and different levels of success. We were comfortable with failure, and 2 of those prototypes didn't do well, and we were okay with that, but learned a lot. A lot were successful, and a lot are currently iterating. What was interesting is we also decided to tackle some of the big hairy beasts and really look at the system. So look at the systems of supports, begin to look at our broader, system of governance, our policies, our strategies, and how those could also shift to impact things on the ground. So we had a stream of work that looked at where we invited, the province, different ministries, community and social services, justice, different health, to the table to sort of speak with the agencies who are providing services and begin an ongoing conversation around how can we have systemic change that would have sort of longer term impacts to the work that we're doing.
Yeah, and the 13 prototypes, which was a lot of work and incredibly ambitious of us, but talking about it now, I think that was a big part of our success as well. When you have so many things going on at the same time, at least one of them is bound to be a success. And if a few of them fail, then it's no big deal. So we, as Sam said, we had a couple that some of them fizzled before they even started, some of them took a bit of work and then they fizzled, and some of them turned out to be really big successes where the media were brought in. And so Project Welcome Mat is, kind of one of our biggest, where there was a social service agency that often had big lines and crowds of people around it. It was felt like an unsafe space. People tended to avoid it and walk around. And so we said, what if we just put some seats out there for people to sit down? So we were able to pull some resources from some other departments in the city, and we had tables and umbrellas and chalk art on the sidewalks, and it just completely changed the feeling of the space. We had neighbors who used to cross the street to avoid this place coming in to say, like, what's going on over here? So that was like a really good news success story that helped bring us through the rest of the process and keep the rest of the prototypes going.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking around the leadership for this work to be successful. So we have a project team of 7 folks, and we've had different layers of leadership that I think have really facilitated success in this project. We have 2 co-directors, very strong, powerful women that have driven our project team, but also giving us that ability to be able to take risks and fail and be protected in that lens, and I think that's rare. And on the higher level, I think we're opportune right now with City of Edmonton to have a mayor and a city council that I would say have a pretty high social agenda, and having social issues is high on the agenda, but also willing to take risks. So we've had a latitude of political protection and administrative protection from our leadership. So I hope that's something that continues to for us to be able to have the latitude to continue this type of work.
Yeah, it was definitely fortunate timing and great leadership, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going.
Mm-hmm.
And prove this methodology worth expanding throughout the city.